Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Outrun. And this movie came out in 2024, starring Saoirse Ronan. And I'll say this much about the movie: Saoirse Ronan was good. I liked her in this movie, and there were a couple of points where I did kind of like the music, even if it was a little reminiscent to something like Blade Runner or Blade Runner 2049. But at the very least, it was something I could kind of somewhat remember. And as far as positives go, that's about it. This wasn't a terrible movie, but it's also not a great movie. And this movie was super boring. Like, I was struggling to stay awake for the entire thing. And this is one of those movies where you can tell exactly what you're in for and how much you're going to be entertained by it within the first 5 minutes. And once we got to that point, I started nodding off and really started to struggle to stay awake for most of this movie. I was feeling as though I was like sleep deprived while watching this. I was like, ugh, come on, just let it end. Can we go now? Can we end now? Please? I'm so tired. This is also one of those movies where it's kind of impossible to spoil because nothing happens throughout the entire movie. It's very repetitive. It's just the same thing happening over and over again. Could have been a 30-minute short film. That would have been the perfect length for it, and I honestly don't understand why it needed to be 2 hours long. It doesn't go anywhere. There's no interesting characters. The story doesn't grab your attention, and there are flashbacks in this movie, and that's a, I guess, crucial part about both the story and these characters, but unfortunately, two things. A, I didn't care, and B, I was always very confused as to whenever we were in present day or just having flashbacks and picking up what these pieces as to like what happened before. Couldn't exactly tell you which was which, but that does happen. There was some very choppy editing in this movie that really distracted me and was really annoying, and I just couldn't stand it, and I just wished that it didn't do that. There was a point where our main character was talking about jellyfish, and we see, I think, a younger version of the main character just walking on the beach. And that entire time, I was thinking of Steve-O doing a little video of, okay, we got a bunch of jellyfish out that are just washed up onto the beach, and it's really hot out, and I need a hat, a sombrero, so we're going to use these jellyfish to get that job done. And I was just thinking of that and how much more entertaining that was. This movie wasn't offensively bad at any point for the most part. The only thing that I would call to be kind of somewhat incompetent was the editing and just the way it's shot at times. Like, I'm just not really a fan of how it was presented visually. Too many close shots to where I couldn't make out what I was supposed to be looking at times, and sometimes the movie uses weird lenses to where I can't really figure out what it's going for artistically. And I honestly don't really have much to say about this movie. It's very repetitive, very boring. I cannot think of another movie that I saw this year where I was this bored, struggling to stay awake throughout the whole thing. And it's not just me being sleep deprived. It's like, oh, I'm actually bored and struggling to stay awake because I don't care. Like, I had to think about other things in order to stay awake. So skip this movie if you ever come across it, would be my recommendation. If you want to check it out, it's on Netflix. But don't be surprised if it just puts you to sleep. So with all that being said, I'm going to give The Outrun a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of The Outrun, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for... And this movie is currently in theaters, so I'm going to try and catch it. If not, then it'll be something else, a complete surprise for you guys. But what I am planning on watching next is going to be Disclosure Day by Steven Spielberg. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.